Press. Fade. Sir Bensington. Deadwood.
Alrighty folks, sorry about that little delay there, that was a little bit awkward. They had to remake the game because maybe because they weren't sure if the stream was working at all, but yeah, stream seems to be out right now. Okay, so we are just gonna go into a little bit of a pause here while they try to sort out any technical difficulties or any disconnects or anything. And yeah, stream should be live right now. Welcome to the stream, everybody. It is a game between Neolution Esports, excuse me, and Kraken Gaming, that's KXO over there. And yeah, seems like we're gonna go into that and pause right now. And let's just get into the picks real quick. We have Fate, Cersei, Deadwood, Clanks, and Warbeast on this Legion side. A little bit of a more aggressive early to middle game lineup, but ramping up in the middle game that's built around this Clanks. Allows for this team to be slightly more, exude more map presence, while this Clanks takes his time to hide in the jungle and farm up the lanes as well. Meanwhile, on this Hellborn side, we have a very aggressive lineup with Bensington, Magnus, Bombardier, Vindicator, and Sandwraith. Although the Sandwraith is gonna have his be allowed to have his time to farm as well. Aggressive rotation into this Legion jungle by the Hellborn side real early to try to pick anyone off. Does get scuttled out by that Hellhound. So no fight's gonna break out right now unless Legion side decide to go on them, but very unlikely. Gonna get a little blue ward there to block out that medium camp for this Warbeast. Make it a little bit tougher for him to farm up, but should be alright all around. And yeah, actually another blue ward here to block out that easy camp here. Really want to delay that Warbeast farm as much as possible here. Not going to be able to allow him to ramp up his farm. So we're talking about just now, Warbeast could be an important factor here as a possible split pusher together with that Clanks towards the middle-ish game to later game. So stopping his farm is gonna maybe slow down that puzzle box a little bit and just yeah, delay that split push power even more. So seems to be a dual lane for this Legion side here with both Deadwood and Fate. Gonna try to secure that lane just a little bit for that Deadwood against the Bombardier. He does definitely need that extra help from the Fate here. Although they do have a fair bit of kill potential, Bombardier's gonna have to be careful. Vindicator in response does try to help him out on that middle lane. But Bensington here gonna have a terrible time on this bottom lane. Gonna get completely boxed out by that Cersei. No choice but to back off. Does have a level skilled in his joust. Would be able to get out. Cersei going very aggressive on this Bensington. is not able to block out that Joust. Does Joust back, and very low on health. Already forced to eat up most of his regen here. In fact, all of his regen. Already out of regen. Gonna have to be very careful here in this bottom lane. It's entirely warded out, giving Cersei all that control. The War Beast, with his clamps blocked out, does opt to go for a level 1 hard camp here. Has to tank up the Vagabonds. Although the area around the lane is completely secured, so he should be fine there. But oddly enough, no off lane here for this Legion side. Opts to have 4 heroes near this jungle and bottom area. Little bit strange, but yeah, they're not expecting to capitalize on that top lane anyway. With the Magmas there with his boots, can be very aggressive here. A Sandwraith slow with the Magmas boot should be able to get a pick off for an easy bloodlust kill. So Legion take the smart move, get out of that top lane, but it's gonna be an issue when that Sandwraith gets all the farm he wants. Gonna be having a great time here, as in fact nearly as good as a time as the Clanks is having. Clanks is having a pretty great time as well. Does not have anyone to contest his lane. Lanes are fairly passive right now. Even Bensington is sitting around that Kongor pit area, does not want to try to contest that bottom lane.
Explosions!
And Bombardier doing Bombardier things. Tossing that bomb out, being absolutely annoying on that middle lane. Without that Fate to help out Deadwood, gonna have a little bit of trouble trying to stay on that lane without getting harassed out by Bombardier. But a 3-man rotation into that middle lane. Magma smokes up, might try to go for the Deadwood kill. Deadwood throws out the grass prematurely, might fall to this Magmas here, gets the bomb dropped on him. Bensington jousts in Magmas, staggers the stun beautifully. Bomb will get blown up at the right time, and that is an easy first blood here for this Hellborn side. And actually, although I said that Bombardier is gonna give that Deadwood a hard time here, Deadwood was actually doing better than him before on a 17 and 3 compared to Bombardier's 14 and 4. But that first blood kill there easily normalized the gold advantage out for this Bombardier. And yeah, great rotation from both the Magmas and Bensington, who weren't really doing anything with their lanes at all, so they went for the smart play and went for the easy gank. Meanwhile, on this bottom lane, Bensington gonna have to be a little bit careful here, although he should be fine. 3 heroes here, not gonna be able to dive on him without enough damage. Does have his Joust out if he needs it, but gonna be okay. Magma stacks up the Ancients, but doesn't seem like they'll be able to take it anytime soon. And Sandwraith here sitting on that uncontested 31 and 13 on the creep score versus Clanks' 26 and 11. Not doing as well as the Sandwraith, but not too much of a disparity right now. Cersei does rotate into that middle lane to assist on Deadwood. Deadwood has a haste rune. Still probably not enough damage to go on the Bombardier, especially on the tower right now. Does desperately need his levels so he can help out teammates with any ganks at all. But Clanks does spot out the double stack camp. Tries to check if anyone was taking the Ancients, but no one right now. Magmas smoked up on that bottom lane. Very aggressive movements from this Magmas. Will try to catch out that Clanks. Just might be able to here. Clanks then goes for the Joust. Does get the Joust off on him. Gets a hit off Sandwraith. Ultimate's in as well. Already level 6. Another easy kill here coming out for that Hellborn side. Yeah, we forgot to mention and like look at how, you know, Sandwraith with all that extra farm does have more XP than Clanks as well. Gets the free space to just reach level 6 and gets an easy kill on his rival here on this Legion side. The Magmas gonna be inside this Hellborn jungle to try to annoy the War Beast. Try to slow down his farm as much as he can, but War Beast already on level 6 here. Still fairly item dependent as a hero, does need his puzzle box desperately, and he needs it as level 3 at level 3 as well. So not gonna be able to do too much in terms of pushing right now, but still gonna be great with that with the ganking potential at level 6, so we'll see what he can do here. Cersei picks up an Invis rune. They try to rotate it on the Bombardier. Bombardier does that, grasp out. Warbeast tosses out the ultimate, but 2 rotations coming in from this Legion side. Hellborn side, excuse me. Vindicator and Magmus gonna ward that little gank off. But Magmus has to be aware of where he is right now. Deadwood might try to be a little bit more aggressive. Fate rotating in from top lane as well. Cersei still sitting invisible here. Gonna go for the wombo combo. Magmus gets grasped out, but is completely invisible. Gets the stun out from the Fate, but is it too late? No, it is not. Deadwood! Super Saiyan 1 punch does take him out immediately. The Legion side try to even out the score just a little bit, 1-2 here. In terms of golden experience, no real advantage to either team right now. And looking at GPM, Sandwraith still having the time of his life. Uncontested farm. That easy kill. Was it a kill assist? It was... yeah, it was an assist. Although merely an assist does give him the gold boots he needs to sit on top of his team. Actually, teamfight does break out in bottom again. Magmus once again aggressive smoke. Gonna come out to try to find extra kills. That team does already take down Cersei. Clanks should be able to get out here. Does fly by the river. Magmus can't reach him, and the fight just dies down. And yeah, Hellborn, they look at that one kill they give up and they say, no, we do not want to give you that advantage at all. Go for an aggressive 4-man rotation bottom, get another kill. Could not get more, but that's okay for them. They pressure Clanks out of the lane. Every second Clank spends running is another second he spends, you know, not farming. So Vindicator gonna go on him as well. Sandwraith gonna get in. Clanks is gonna fall here to this gank. Magmus does not need the stun, but might go for it after all. No, leaves the kill up to that Sandwraith here. And an easy kill coming out from this Hellborn side, spotting out that Clanks. Vindicator's aggressive rotation pays off very well here. And yeah, Legion side in a little bit of trouble here. Not gonna be able to get this farm out they want. Oh, Bennington jumps in, gets the joust off on Fate. In the meantime, Deadwood does take down Bombardier, tries to go on that Bennington, but has to disengage. Will not be able to... oh, does try to go for him still. Does not have his tree cutting right now, goes for the grass, but misses the grass. Bennington will fall behind to the safety of that tier 1 tower. And Deadwood, with nothing but steam boots right now, actually already so tanky that he can easily dive under tower with a haste rune. Warbeast sending House to be aggressive on Vindicator. Deadwood does not have his grasp yet. Magmus will TP out, gets all the damage dealt on him, but no stuns to stop that TP. Vindicator meanwhile will get to be able to run out of there with his tail between his legs as well. Fate might try to go on Bombardier, but no range. Bombardier does rotate out in time. And yeah, the map is getting a little bit chaotic right now. Team fights left, right, and center. Both teams wanting to get aggressive and just pull back any disadvantage that might be dealt to them, or try to gain any extra advantage over the other team. But yeah, despite all that aggression, all those extra team fights, despite that score of 5-2, the golden experience disparity barely gonna be any at all right now for either side. And for now, Clank should be happy to get back to farming, but will he be able to? Cersei's spamming out illusions for him to try to just farm out that lane some more, but that's all that gold's gonna go to Cersei anyway. Illusion's actually doing so much thanks to that Vault Stone right now, but even though aggressive little rotation here that we failed to notice does take out both Magmus and Sandwraith. With both Clanks and this Fate, I believe Fate would have gotten a double stun for that to happen, and wow, blows up 2 heroes, blows up the Sandwraith core as well. We're just gonna jump into a little bit of a pause here, but well, that was really aggressive rotation that somehow happened to pay off really well right under that tier 1 tower, behind it even, and they just transitioned in an easy tier 1 tower take, and they probably gonna be a strong push on this bottom lane. Cersei does not have the mana for any more illusions, but Stu Illusion's gonna try to chip away at the tower just a little bit right now. Aggressive ward here will spot Deadwood out. Deadwood does not intend to go for any kills. Fate still kind of far away. Does mana pot prematurely. Oh, was that a premature mana pot? Oh, that was kind of strange. Thought she was gonna ult there. Okay, so Magma sitting around here does get a jump on Deadwood here. Aggressive jump, ultimate from Bombardier does catch them all, but Fate gonna fall to the damage. It's too much from this Hellborn side. Deadwood does get caught out, gets dusted out by the Bensington just in time with the jump and the dust here. Very nice rotations in from this Hellborn side. Sandwave doesn't even have to do anything, comes in, gets the creep with his Alchemist Bones, and Hellborn side, they take another free tower on that middle lane.
Incoming scoops!
As we see, Legion side try to pull that back with their own aggressive rotations here on the bottom lane, but Hellborn does deny them of any advantage whatsoever. Gold and experience now nearly completely neutralized once again. 11.5 minutes in and still no real advantage to either team. This Sandray still sitting at the top of the GPM scoreboards, but still not much extra gold to his name. Is trying to accelerate that with his Alchemist Bones here, but not gonna really snowball as of yet. Clanks does make a slight recovery, but sitting only on about 300 GPM. Not gonna be too happy with that. Actually behind both that jungle Warbeast and the middle lane Deadwood here. So gonna want to make more of a comeback here. See if he's only still on his Vault Stone. Is nowhere near that Thunderclaw right now. The aggressive rotations once again. Hellborn side love to use their smokes. Both Magmas and Bensington here smoked up, trying to find the Warbeast in the jungle, and will find him. Joust in as well. Magmas does commit the ultimate, gets that Warbeast, blows him right off the map, and that will be the end of him. Easy rotations in from this Hellborn side. Playing a little bit of a guessing game here, but probably saw him just now at the hard cam with that Ward of Sight. And yeah, Hellborn playing the good game here around this Sandwraith, while he takes his time to farm the jungle as well. The team does stack up for him, get those juicy stacks out ready for him to farm. And yeah, meanwhile, do take the rotations that they need. But Fate tries to deny it, but will get found out by that Sandwraith. Does not have any dust to spot her out. Could have committed the silence, but actually they went to the bottom lane on that Deadwood instead. Does blow him up. Deadwood, PK will be revealed and used, but not gonna be enough to escape from that little gank there. And once again, Hellborn now transitioning that into a tower push. There have been very smart rotations in here from this Hellborn side. Just take a team fight and then just transition that into an easy tower right now. So Hellborn really trying to grab at those advantages. Slight 1.6k gold advantage here to their team. 13, almost 14 minutes into the game, but not much to speak of at the same time. Bombardier does have his Void Talisman here in preparation for any DPS Clanks dishes out, or mainly for Deadwood's ultimate and his Rotting Grasp. But will it be enough right now here? Fate is invisible, Deadwood as well with that smoke. We'll try to spot them out, baits it out, does get the hit on him before he gets the Void Talisman off. Slows Vindicator, Vindicator will fall to another tree toss. So much damage coming out from this Deadwood. Clanks behind, will try to support right now. Does have his Thunderclaw, but joins the teamfight anyway. Fate will fall. Magma's Illusions running around everywhere. Deadwood jumps in on that Bensington. Bensington so low on health, will fall to the slow as well. And yeah, 3-4-1 trade here on this Hellborn side. Very successful smoke gun from Legion. Magmas get slowed as well. Do they have the revelation for him? No, they do not. Gets the little immobilized here from Cersei, spamming out all that AoE damage. Magma's dropping really low, but should be able to get out fine here. The entire Legion team does double back right now. Do not want to try to go on that Magmas. Fortunately, no revelation for them at all to find him out. Bombardier, they might transition this in the middle lane push. Bombardier has to be very careful right now. Does have a Vindicator sitting behind him, but not much else. Rest of the team has already back to base.
Incoming scoops!
Once again, a very aggressive smoke gang from this Magmus. Man, Magmus loves his smokes. Is he, let's look at his gold just real quick. Is he anywhere near? No, he's on 200 gold. Does not care about the PK at all. Does get cornered by so many heroes on this Hellborn side. Oh, Bensington going in for the full wombo combo here with the ulti and the ultimate silence will stop everyone. But Legion, huge rotations come in. Rotten Grass catches both. Deadwood blows one up and takes the other one. Both so squishy to the fucking Rotten Grass of that Deadwood. An easy kill coming out here for this Legion side as well. Great counter kills picked up both at the cost of that Fate Death. Totally worth it for Legion side here. And they will pull ahead with a gold and experience lead of advantage of their own here on 2000 gold and 4000 experience. Yeah, right now Clanks with his extra participation in team fights here, gonna have the extra gold to try to catch up to that Sandwave on the GPM charts. Does try to take his enemies like ancient stack as well. Middle tower gonna fall to that Legion side. Nothing Hellborn can do about it. Three Clanks illusions dealing such absurd damage just by themselves. All that extra gold gonna go to Cersei. And the real Clanks very happy to be gaining all that extra gold from the neutrals, both the normal jungle and his enemies ancients, excuse me. Meanwhile, the Legion ancients do all go to War Beast here. They do make their farm very gold efficient right now. Clank's gonna come in to just swoop up and steal it, but in terms of overall gold efficiency, man, this Legion side they've made a mess of that Hellborn economy thanks to that extra jungle. Then Hellborn right now, Sandwraith does not have his Mock of Brilliance yet, will not be able to take jungle, the Ancients at least, by himself anyway, or at least very slowly. So yeah, Legion side, they rotate into that Hellborn jungle. They want to suppress that farm even more. You can see it here. It's actually just a 3-man rotation. Yeah, a 3-man rotation into this Hellborn jungle, but they want to clear it out, as much of it as possible, and just push it out. Sandwraith actually gonna get caught solo by that Deadwood. And yeah, exactly what we were talking about just now. Sandwraith gonna be forced into the lanes to farm. Will not be able to capitalize on that jungle too much right now. And as expected, Deadwood just sits around and just gets an easy catch off on him. Cersei sending out illusions to scout out this jungle for that easy pressure on the lane. Don't have to back off at all. Does spot out some heroes. And does play it fairly safe here. Legion side, they're pulling this game back. Pushing that gold and experience advantage even more. 6,500 gold lead on this Legion side. And they're happy to sit with their advantage. They go take the tower, they deny that jungle, they push the lane, and they're back to the jungle's farming. Playing the smart game here, Clanks does already have his BKB ready for an aggressive fight again. And yeah, playing his dual role as both a passive farming carrier and a mid-game fighter fairly well here. Magmus meanwhile still does not have nearly enough gold for that portal key. Will keep investing into these smokes. They have been fairly effective in the past, but with that Legion economy rolling around and just, you know, ramping up all their items right now, it's really a question as to how effective these Magmus gangs will be from now on, especially with that huge Deadwood counter initiation that we've seen time and time again in the past few team fights. And yeah, Warbeast happy to once again encroach upon that Hellborn jungle, sending his wolves to scout around and spot for any rotations that might have seen him, but none so far. That ward might have spotted him out, but a little ward of his own should be able to give him enough vision into that low ground to spot any enemy heroes, as well as employing the help of the wolves. Does spot out that Bensington here, pops his ultimate to get away extremely quickly. Will not be able to get any catch on him as well. Meanwhile, Legion heroes all skirting around this bottom lane. Do want to try to go for that defense tower, that tier 2 tower right now. Hellborn, they have 1, they have 2, they have 3. Oh, gonna get a quick catch. Fate gonna get a stun out on them. Little grip here from Deadwood. Double damage, will right click him down. Bombardier falling solo as well. The little toss onto Bombardier. Does have his Void Talisman, but not gonna be enough. The right clicks from that Clanks, it wasn't the actual right clicks, but simply that passive skill, enough to take him down. So much damage coming out from Clanks, and an easy Kongor coming out from this Legion side. Hellborn side do take that top tier 1 tower, but Legion will be happy to take that trade. They'll get a Kongor, and it should be an easy lane push. Maybe bottom, maybe middle, maybe even both.
With love!
The Fate gonna be invisible and try to spot out that Sandwraith again. Does spot out his Sand Toss right now. Sandwraith has to be very careful. Fate does spot him out. Any more rotations from the Legion side will mean death, and Deadwood does go in on him. Fate will get the stun combo off, and the final Rotten Grass will finish it off here. Very nice timing here from the Deadwood. All he needs is the Rotten Grass. Doesn't even need to commit anything else. Fate does enough damage to seal the deal. And that Clanks has already popped his BKB in an earlier fight. Does not have to care at all with his extra token as well. And yeah, Legion side should be happy to push out this middle lane. Creep Wave coming up soon to help them out. And Warbeast still continues to farm on that bottom lane. Does have a Mighty Blade on him. Might try to transition into an early BKB for a more teamfighty build instead of going for the puzzle box for more push. Yeah, the push for this Legion side does seem ample right now. Hellborn try to take whatever advantage they can to try to push that bottom lane just a tiny bit. Having three heroes rotating in, Magmus will TP out to try to defend that middle lane. But yeah, Legion side once again playing the smart game. Clanks Illusions will go in and harass that tier 3 tower, but they don't care too much for a push at all. Instead, they focus their sights on that top lane, get a free tier 2 tower possibly. 2 heroes still out. Sandwraith will get a jump off to try to help out his team, like scout out anyone, but Warbeast will get taken down in the end by that 3-man rotation that we saw just now from the bottom lane. Man, they really committed onto that Warbeast. Bombardier will continue to push and pressure that bottom lane, maybe force some Legion rotations back, but gonna be fine for now. Vindicator gonna get caught out of the Fate, will fall to that poison combo. And yeah, very good pick-outs from this Fate here, roaming around the map into the little blind spots that Legion's, Hellborn side, excuse me, just do not expect. He gets that easy pick-off on the middle lane on that Vindicator before he knew that she even rotated out. And yeah, Clanks Illusions once again will chip away at the tier 3s. Legion side, they lose Warbeast, they get a tier 2 tower on top lane. They don't care. In fact, I think Zlapped's gonna be fine with that as well. Does already have his BKB, a fresh BKB on 10 charges here, full 10-second duration. Gonna be able to let him fight out to his heart's content. Bensington does get a shield breaker on himself here. Just gonna be a level 1 shield breaker for now. Not gonna matter too much in these team fights, I believe. But yeah, if there's something to counter that BKB, this might be it. Although I'm skeptical on the damage that he's able to deal right now. Sandwraith does already have his Mark of Brilliance. Believe he had that in the last team fight. Fate gets the nice jump in on that Bennington, blows him right up. Magmus does get the full ulti combo in, stuns on 2. Bombardier ultimate does finish off that Clanks, but gonna be fine with his token of life, just respawns and backs away. At the end of it all, just a single pick off from that fight. 2 huge ultimates committed. In fact, make it 3. Sandwraith. Oh wait, no, just 2. Sandwraith did not commit his ultimate at all. So that is gonna be still quite the large commitment here from this Hellborn side. They don't have the huge teamfight ultimates to really counter that aggressive push from this Legion side. They have the Silence, they have the Sandwraiths, Sandwave ultimate, and sure that's gonna do a lot, and they will have the Nightfall in a while. But without that extra Magnus and Bombardier ultimate to try to push for extra damage, I don't think it'll be enough. Wobby's here sitting behind as well as Clanks. Magnus will get the stun in, Bombardier comes in, silence comes up on the entire team. One falls, who is that? That is Magnus. Magnus will fall. And Bensington and Sandwave as well. 4 fall for this Hellborn side, and Bombardier will fall as well. That is a full 5-man wipe at no cost at all. Huge team fight coming out from this Legion side here. And yeah, exactly as I was saying, you have a silence, you have that Sandwave ultimate, you even have the Nightfall, but is the damage enough? The answer is no. All of these Legion heroes sitting on solo health, but not gonna be able to be taken down by that Hellborn side. And because of that one overcommitment, that one costly mistake, Legion side, they take an easy set of racks here, and they might even go for 2. Warbeast does rotate out, but insta concede here coming out from this Hellborn side. GG, and the win goes to New Resolution Esports. And yeah, they have this Legion side, they hold out long enough for that Clanks to get his farm, get his damage up, and they just roll over that Hellborn team fight with that extra overcommit on the ultimate.